Hello, YTPC. This is Steve, and you're watching Smoking Cardboard. Sorry about me clearing my throat there. I'm in the garage. It's like 30 degrees outside, so nice and warm in here. Well, warm enough I'm wearing a jacket still, but thought I'd say hi to everyone. Appreciate you guys watching my videos and supporting me. It's awesome. Appreciate it. Smoking my Ardor pipe with some Amphora Burley. Woohoo! I really like this stuff. I like that these pouches come with dates on them too. Not much left. A bowl or two. 2 bowls probably. But I kind of loaded up this thing because I was going to get on Tumultuous Tuesday a little live later. So I thought it'd be nice to have a long smoke. In this big old pipe. So I was this last weekend I was going to, was that this Saturday? Had to have been, I guess. No, Saturday. No, this is 2 Saturdays ago. Maybe I talked about it. I went to go set up, work on deer hunting stands by my uncle's farm. I was going to take my gun with me and sight it in there a little bit, early shoot. But I had to buy a safe for the foster kids. They make you have your guns locked up. So I bought one, set it up. And when I went to go get it, I forgot the code. It had a digital code and a key. So then I went to go look for the key. Couldn't find the key anywhere. I had no recollection of even having a key. I was like, maybe it's inside the case. I don't know. So I went on that trip without a gun, come back. I'm like, well, I need to figure out how to get these guns out because otherwise that's going to be a real problem. So we looked and looked and looked. I couldn't find it anywhere. I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm going to have to call a locksmith because I can't get into this thing. And I contacted the company because maybe I could get a replacement key. They said they didn't have any replacement keys for that one. So anyway, called them or sent them an email. As soon as I sent them, my wife still found one last place to look. It was in our other safe. I have another safe. So I was like, oh yes, I do remember. I thought, where's the safest place to put keys to a gun safe where we don't want kids to have them? In another safe that they don't have access to. So, got the safe open. So that was my excitement. I swear I do the stupidest things. Can't remember anything, but it was interesting going looking for all that stuff. You're digging in spots you've never looked in a long time in our house, and you go, man, we have a lot of crap. We could just get rid of all this stuff. I have to be careful because there's a large part that my wife is also a just chucker. So if we get in the mood, we'll just start getting rid of everything. We're not keepers. I mean, in a large part, we are. I mean, if you see my garage, you'd see I have all kinds of stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I haven't touched for 5-8 years. So it's like, oh, maybe someday we'll need that. No, just need to get rid of it. Anyway. Grateful Dog is doing a giveaway, and I wanted to do a response for his. He's doing a cool giveaway. You should check out his channel. I know he doesn't get gobs of views, but he makes. I've always enjoyed his content a lot. I miss the pretty daily readings where he read out this. I don't know. It's almost like a daily devotional, whether or not it was or not. It's cool. Anyway, enjoy his videos. Well, he's wanting to do it for Veterans Day. I'm just trying to remember, these veterans that are coming back, and in a lot of cases, suffering, and just recognizing that, suicide rate in a lot of veterans is really high. Just for all sorts of reasons. So he was curious if we were vets or if we weren't, like friends, family, say what you want. So I wrote down some stuff because I wouldn't be able to remember all of this. Because I can't remember anything. Remember, we just went over where I lost the keys. All right. So my grandpa on my dad's side, he was in the Navy on a aircraft carrier. He worked in the boiler room of the SS Layette or something. I don't know how to say these names. I remember him talking about the boiler room and how that was a pretty dangerous place to work. Really high pressure water that they would walk with a board in front of them, and it would cut the board in half. And that's how they would tell if there was a leak somewhere, because you couldn't see it. But it was such high pressure, it would cut you in half. Yeah, I ended up getting lung cancer from the asbestos in there, which I know that my grandma's still kind of trying to sort out legal stuff associated with that, even to this day. His brother, so my dad's uncle, was also on a. So my grandpa was just after the war, World War II. So he went on a victory tour. Where my uncle, he came. Also, he was on a aircraft carrier. He worked on the flight deck, directing planes. And he was on the USS Shangri-La. And their carrier was right outside Japan when they surrendered. So right at the very end of World War II that he entered it. Then I have my uncle, my mom's brother-in-law. No, my dad's brother-in-law. He's a retired Army lieutenant colonel. And his son went into the military. He was he had 3 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Did a lot of different stuff. Flew helicopters and different stuff. He still serves today, working with rehabilitating returning vets. And he's married to another. I don't know if she's no longer in the military or They're both still serving, active. And one of my uncle's daughters is married to, so one of my cousins-in-law. He's a helicopter pilot in the special forces, so still serving there. I have another cousin that is serving in the Air Force right now in Alaska as a physical therapist. So those are the people in my family that are serving. I feel like I was pretty close to serving myself. I said if I didn't find my now wife in college, I probably would have gone to military. I just didn't want to make any decisions about getting a job, and I liked the idea of just kind of not living by myself, I guess. I was kind of scared of doing that. Thought it'd be better to be with other people. So, but it didn't happen. I got married instead right out of college. But definitely appreciate all the veterans out there. And I didn't mention my other grandpa, who is a Marine. He served in Guam as a mechanic for the Marines. So, yeah, a lot of military in my family. But I have a big family, so it's still only a portion. So, anyway, Chad Yardism wanted us to come up with a list of songs, and you guys are coming up with these lists, but I don't even know any of these names of songs. And it's not because I don't know songs, I just don't know names of songs. Like, I just listened to the radio a lot in high school, and I listened to a lot of, actually, classic rock, because that's what my brother liked, and I liked it too. It was good. But I didn't know bands, I didn't know songs, and this was kind of the joke, was just my brother knew it all, and he would just quiz me. What's this song? What's this band? I just don't care. This isn't anything that's going to sink in my brain. So every single time I would say, I don't know. And at one point there was a band that was, I don't know, or something like this, a song or a band. My brother said, you're right, you got it right. That was the only time I got it right. So I can't build lists like that. I can enjoy people's music, but actually I don't, because my wife doesn't like when anybody's listening to music. Unless she's by herself, then she can listen to music. I think she just gets sensory overload. So, hardly listen to any music. I don't have a commute. And oddly enough, I find music really distracting when I'm trying to work. So, I don't listen to music too often. But, anymore. Anyway, that's my excuse, Chad. No one wanted to hear that. And then I have a radiant heat floor system that I put in this house. I installed or whatever. I've always had issues with, they try to say to keep the system, it's a closed system, so it's just going to be low pressure in the system. And they say keep it at 10 psi, but every single time I set it, like, the pressure kind of magically disappears. And so I've always just kind of left it be, and it seems to be fine, but I'm not sure if it's just kind of the, whatever it's called, the piece that's getting rid of air out of the system just gets out enough air that the pressure's gone, or if there's some sort of leak somewhere. I don't know. But this year I just, instead of trying to use a pump to kind of put the pressure on, I just hooked a hose to my water heater and then used my house pressure to pressure the system, which was apparently a lot more pressure than the system's supposed to handle because I popped the safety relief valve. It worked. But so we'll see if that works. Gets that thing working the way it's supposed to. I mean, it works fine. It's always heated the floor fine and all that, but I'd like to see the right amount of pressure in there. Try to get this thing dialed in. So anyway, ended up with like 20-25 psi. So we'll see if it drops down to around the 10. And then I realized, oh my goodness, my hoses are still hooked to my house and it's all freezing cold outside. That could have been bad. I've done that before in Nebraska when I lived down there. Luckily, my basement was not completely finished at the time, but it definitely... I had carpet down at the time. I had it like... Yeah, that's not good. I had to dry that all out. But, anyhow, my ramblings. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day, night, whatever it is. Happy smokes. Bye.